Beautiful vocal line. We got the pickup on the drums here. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another music reaction slash breakdown. We're continuing our spotlight week for Suho on my channel, and we're gonna be checking out his song Let's Love. Now, based on just like the title of this track, I'm assuming this is gonna be a little bit more on like the ballad side, just because typically like love songs are typically more in that style. But I did really enjoy more of like that classic rock kind of vibe we got from his last track, Who Are You? Which if you haven't seen that video or reaction of mine, you can go ahead and click the link on the screen. I'll put it up in the corner over here. But yeah, again, just truly have been enjoying checking out each member's kind of styles and genres they kind of touch throughout the weeks, and really excited to just continue moving forward. We're about at the halfway point. Yeah, can't believe we're already here, but let's just hop right back into it. Go ahead and sit back, relax, and let's ride the wave. Very dramatic. Oh, that drop is just so pleasing to the ear. So gorgeous. Wow. Wow, so relaxed and laid back. Great elongated vocal line right there. Wow, this is beautiful. And we're building up tension right here. Ooh, the harmony right there is gorgeous too. Nice. Before we get into the drop or the chorus, again, so beautifully done. Like in terms of like the not just the arrangement, but how they've kind of shot this video too. The instrumentation and the track itself is so kind of like lush and like laid back, and there's not very many elements, if at all, that's kind of like sticking out too much or like highlighted. It's almost like very intentionally placed together, so there's a lot of cohesion and things are working well together. Everything's in like harmony, and that really adds to kind of like the feeling that I think Suho is trying to portray here. I think he's kind of like talking about like a specific person that he's really into, or and someone that he like feels for, you know. And it's such like a welcoming kind of like vibe and environment, with the instrumentation really just kind of supporting the light vocal line that he's like singing throughout the verse. The way he's executing his like vocals here too is just very, you know, soft and like casual. And even though it's kind of like, I wouldn't say like restricted or anything, but there is like some restraint that's really intentional, because it's almost like he's trying to have like a very direct one-on-one conversation with you. And it's shown in the music video too. The shots here are super like dramatic, which is a really good contrast to, you know, the very soft and like well put together like track. Shots are really dramatic, like lots of dark rooms with like a bright light shining on Suho, and Suho just staring directly into the camera. Like he's like truly like kind of staring into your soul a little bit. But that's very intentional, because he's trying to get like this like feeling of love across to whoever he's trying to talk to, right? And just again, vocalize is like so lush and so gorgeous. And the chord choices in the transitions for each part, from the especially from the verse into kind of like the build up or a kind of pre-chorus section, so gorgeous and beautifully done. I don't know the name of that exact chord. I'll kind of have to pick it apart on my own, like on the piano or something sometime. but the type of chord that they use to transition from the verse to the pre-chorus to eventually lead back into what is going to be the drop next. Very, very like great choices to kind of bring more color and like dynamic to the song itself. Yeah, this is such a gorgeous song. Yeah, really cool shot here too. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, all these slow shots to really highlight the music. Oh. Oh, that part right there. I want to talk about that part. Just like the ending part for that chorus. Yeah, the lyrics here are very much like, yeah, he's talking about like he wants this person. I think if that's what I'm getting right. Let me know in the comments if I'm interpreting the lyrics wrong again. I'm just kind of spitballing with the few lines that I kind of glimpse before switching back to focusing on the video. But the lyrics, from what I'm getting, is like he's, wanting this someone. He's trying to express those feelings to this person, or talking about this person, right? And how he feels for them. And, they make his, day brighter and like warmer, right? In terms of the note choices and the instrumentation there, specifically with his vocal line at the end, I don't know the exact notes. Again, I have to kind of play on my piano to figure out the exact notes another time, but he intentionally used kind of like a half step, like transition between notes. So when you play, like, let's just say you have like a piano in front of you, right? If you jump from one note to another note, you typically would view it as like a half step or a whole step, right? So if you look at the piano, let's say you have the note C and you're going to D, right? That is a whole step, because there's still like a note between that, right? There's like a C sharp, or you could say D flat there. He did a thing where he went like a half step higher in his vocal line instead of a whole step there. So instead of going, again, I think he sang something like, apologies, you're gonna hear my terrible singing, but let me just listen to this real quick actually. Yeah, right there, right there. He goes da, 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 instead of normally going a whole step to kind of resolve that kind of chord. Instead of going da 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 da, like hitting that higher note, it goes da 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 da. Like it's very very minor right there in the minor kind of key or area, and that adds to the feeling of like yearning and like tension, right? And that like he's kind of reaching for something, and that's expressed in kind of like that melody line or vocal line. I don't know if I explained that very well. Like hopefully you guys kind of understand what I'm talking about. Definitely a specific intention and stylistic choice in the vocal right there. Yeah, I love these kind of just slow shots throughout the whole video. There's so much focus on just him in the track. Beautiful vocal line. We got the pickup on the drums here. Yeah. There it is again. Kind of like that half step feeling of yearning right there. Nice. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, something small I wanted to note before we move on and finish off the song. Love that kind of like swinging feel you're getting from like the percussion. Even though the percussion is, I wouldn't say like hidden in the mix because it's obviously providing like the bass line and rhythm to the whole track, but it's very like soft. And it's not like too forward. The syncopation with the drums really adds to, kind of the energy to the song and the choice of like rhythm for the percussion. So fitting for a song like this where everything is really, really lush and, kind of blended together really well. And on its own, that's like great, but it can sometimes when songs are in this kind of ballad genre, it can feel like it's a little too much of the same thing, right? So that choice of syncopation where it's almost like a swing kind of feel. It's like da, 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 ka, da, 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 one, a two, a three, a four, and right? Really, really just keeps the energy going regardless of how slow and I wouldn't say monotonous again, right? That's not like the right word. There's a negative connotation to that, but just to kind of break up the sections a little bit and keep the energy going overall for like a slower, like smoother track like this. Really good intentional choice for the syncopation there. Yeah. There's like chaos going around him, but he himself is still just calm. Yeah. Just with his guitar ripping in the back too. Great dynamic choice. Oh, we got this nice vocal outro. So pretty. Wow. Beautiful paintings too. I love this setting. Gorgeous, gorgeous track. Man. I'm so happy that this song was a different kind of vibe or style from the previous track I checked out from him. Who Are You? I really enjoyed that song, but I know that Suho really excels in kind of like these ballad kind of styles and stuff too. So really seeing him kind of like make this his own and like see him in his kind of pocket and his like strong points was like so cool to watch and like really just like a pleasure as like a audience member or like as a musician myself, right? Just seeing someone be in the zone with their own tracks and stuff. Like so pretty that this track really did kind of like the ballad like style really well. And it isn't like your typical ballad song, right? Again, I think I mentioned it earlier, but like it's not like a super dramatic, like sad, like feeling kind of ballad. It's very just tastefully done and like groovy in a sense as well, but just really like warm and welcoming. And I think they did a really good job in terms of how they arranged the track as well as how they portrayed it in the visual too, for the sense of like yearning for someone and wanting them to be welcomed into your life, right? Again, I'll have to kind of look into the lyrics one more time just to make sure I got kind of the interpretations right. But again, just a gorgeous song overall. So pretty. I did notice like the paintings at the end and maybe like throughout the video too. I'm wondering if this song had a lot of inspirations for like certain painters out there, or like if Suho is really like into like painting just in general, or if like there's some sort of inspiration there. So let me know if there's any like meanings or things I might have missed in this video in terms of like different elements of like the visual, again with like not just with the paintings and like the rooms showcasing the paintings, but maybe like all the like glass shattering around him and stuff, or certain hallways that he was running through, right? Let me know any meanings. I always love reading those, and I really do appreciate all you guys that leave comments. And help me kind of understand these songs and music videos and artists as a whole a little bit better. Yeah, that'll be it for today. If you guys enjoyed the reaction, consider joining the wave by liking the video, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. All the support really does mean the world to me as a small creator. So with that said, until next time, guys, talk to you guys soon. Peace.